there are a lot of things that Trump did that's beneficial to people of color. Specifically, things he put in place and said it out loud. He didn't beat around the bush about it because Obama never singled out people of color, ever. He singled out, what's the word I'm looking for? Denominations of people, like
he singled out
gay people,
nationalities.
He never said I'm doing this
groups
for African American. He's never done that in his whole 8 years for nothing. Only when something fucked up happened. But he wasn't into changing policies and procedures and laws specifically for people of color who are obviously discriminated against. He didn't do that. Trump did. But see, the problem with that is that isn't enough for him to get my vote. It's not enough.
Right.
Like, you can't just throw a bone at me and then, life is great. Oh, well, black unemployment rate is at the lowest it's ever been. So what? Nigga, I'm still broke.
Facts.
I'm broke. What the fuck does that do for me?
Well, you have to be fair. And
what Bob Johnson was talking about, reparations, bro, the way he talked about, like, allotting reparations. First of all, I'm going to be real with you. We definitely should give reparations, like 100%. There's no reason not to give reparations. Like, come on, bro. Like, you obviously had a 400-year head start.
Right.
If the amount of money, was it $3 trillion, I think he was talking about? If you allot that money to all black families that were descendants of slaves, you're talking about each individual probably gets somewhere an amount of $11,000 a year over the course of like 20 years, right? That would level the shit out of the playing field.
11,000 a year?
Yeah.
They got more than that, son.
But I'm just saying, over the next 20 years.
Yeah, it was the
even that.
I'm not sure.
No. The number was supposed to be 330-something thousand per person.
That sound good.
But what he's saying is,
but it's over the course of, to be realistic.
So it's like a dividend.
It's over the course of, and that's fair.
It makes sense.
That's fair. And not for nothing, one, it will level the playing field.
Yeah.
Of course, along with that, it can't just be the money. You would have to also change, because the thing about it is, if everybody's American, everybody should be treated exactly the same, bro.
Absolutely.
Exactly the same. And that's the problem. That's the scariest thing about white people, because I thought about it, right? When you think about places like Black Wall Street, it wasn't so much, we hate that these black people are thriving on their own. I broke it down a little deeper than that. You gotta understand when Black Wall Street was. It was in the 1920s. Just because it was in the 20s, that means it started in the 10s. Maybe the 1905. Yeah. It took them years to accumulate that, right? To get to to the point they were thriving, right? So now look at this. You're looking at slavery ended, 1863? The people who started it were former slaves. So when they freed black people from slavery, they didn't say, oh, well, here's this, here's that, go. No, they said, yo, you're free, goodbye. Ain't teach motherfuckers how to read. Ain't teach them shit. They just had to go out there and figure it out.
Right.
So you mean to tell me these black people who were former slaves figured it out to make a community thrive? So it wasn't just that these black people, and the fear wasn't, we hate them for making money. The fear was, that logic that they started over there is gonna spread. That's why they killed them and fucked the city up.
Right.
They didn't kill King because they hated King. They killed King because the logic his thought process was spread. Malcolm X's thought process was spread.
Right.
Medgar Evers' thought process was spread. Marcus Garvey thought process was spread.
Right.
Huey P. Newton thought process was spread. They got to get rid of them.
Right.
They're afraid, bro. Like.